Within the timeless fabric of Stoic philosophy lies a profound understanding of human development, encapsulating the transformation from boy into man. We cherish the ideals of virtue, resilience, and wisdom, viewing the transition as a journey marked by self-discovery and growth. In the words of the philosopher Seneca, we are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more from imagination than from reality. This echoes the recognition that maturity involves the mastery of fears and perceptions. Embrace responsibility. You have entered a critical season of development marked by an impassioned longing for manly respect. Yet true honor among fellow people emerges only by embracing higher responsibilities with integrity and acknowledging that actions bear consequences requiring ownership. Let us converse on this progression from boyhood to virtuous masculine duty so that your genuine dignity may blossom. Within every male burns a restless desire for vindication, as potential strength seeks outlets in external validation. While such intensity propels us toward essential duty, it can also seduce one into false refuges promising counterfeit confidence. Have you too tightly clung to roles assuring hollow dominance but little enduring social contribution? Let dignity motivate duty. Now the hour arrives to cultivate authentic gravitas by pledging fidelity to responsibilities cultivated over seasons of humility and perseverance. Are you prepared for dedication to the community above personal elevations? For restraining conduct to uplift the common good even in the face of ridicule by fools? For sleepless nights wrestling dilemmas without clear resolutions? These prove authentic manhood. The worthy man acknowledges, "I enjoy liberty won by the blood of forerunners. I shall now invest my talents and passions likewise for posterity's sake." Brooding amidst life's ample distractions is abandoned for disciplined training and service. Gladly learn from mentors guiding your apprenticeship and accountability. Integrity ripens through such a developmental crisis into maturity. Cultivate self-discipline. Indeed, progressing from fickle youth to reliable manhood centrally involves cultivating rational self-discipline over thoughts, emotions, and actions, aligning conduct firmly with virtue rather than capricious impulse. We must discuss this keystone of character undergirding individual liberty and civic order alike. Consider the abundant energies of youth, like a team of stallions with strength exceeding the steering capacity of the novice charioteer. Initially, a boy finds his rushing mind dragged to and fro by stampeding urges and distracting delights before self-command is secured. Yet such self-mastery proves essential to avoiding both inner tyranny of wantonness and outward manipulation by those exploiting an unbridled spirit for control. Therefore, set yourself to the lifelong practice of aligning judgments and behavior with reason's rule. Rise early and structure your days with deliberate priorities, not wavering preferences. Journal insights and shortcomings are revealed through strict review each evening. In stillness, meditate on perspectives grounding resilient first principles to guide increasingly wise decisions. Study masters of philosophical living. Through the arts of critical thinking, emotional regulation, and intentional habit formation, the restless colt is broken to the saddle, his native zeal now carrying the rider further under disciplined direction. Steadily, fiery impulse cools into sagacious conviction uplifting society. From such an iron smelt, the steadfastness civic life relies upon emerges. Seek wisdom. My friend, while youth may energize pursuit of fleeting pleasures and popular approval, mature manhood aspires toward wisdom comprehending life's deeper patterns. Let us converse upon seasoning shallow ambitions into deep discernment through continuous learning both inward and outward. A broad understanding alone empowers impactful guidance. The fool fixates on satiating impulses and vanity within narrow horizons, lurching between animal cravings and fantasies promulgated by profiteers. Meanwhile, years slip fruitlessly, yet heeding wisdom's inward call, the noble soul dedicates days to literacy, both academic and meditational, to extract hard-won insights from scholars and self across time, discerning reality behind facades. Thereby fortified through exercised reason and intuition, our exemplar speaks and acts judiciously, whether in public theater or domestic dilemmas, cutting incisively to hidden essence from surface drama that consumes the undisciplined. his even temper unmoved by trivial sweeps aside distracting clutter to reveal the pivotal. Thus he becomes an exemplar, teacher, and guardian for all still awakening. For living waters, nourishing communities require vigilant nurturing, seeking out clean sources, selecting sustainable channels, protecting flows from corrupting infiltration, and responsibly rationing surplus in stewardship so no one thirsts or overindulges. Does such essential safeguarding of civilization's lifeblood quicken your pulse, kindling your readiness to shoulder gravity through seeking wisdom? Exercise courage. Charting destiny's call from youth to legacy-leaving manhood centrally requires exercising courage that confronts fear and uncertainty as allies rather than enemies barring growth. How we respond to adversity's invitation determines the hero's journey. Shall we stoke those embers toward full flame? The coward boy flees discomfort, avoiding embarrassment or confrontation by detouring ambitions to follow the herd into mediocrity's safety. Yet terrains promising heroic actualization appear hostile and untrod from valleys below. Wise men know struggle is an opportunity to distinguish themselves. Will you seize hardship for refinement into greatness? Consider courage not brute defiance but commitment to truth, despite the cultural risks incurred by nonconformists who expose society's shadows. Convention trades ease for stagnancy rather than the progress demanded by those questioning assumptions and modeling unpopular excellence. Can you withstand ostracization as gadfly-provoking as the best to emerge? Or picture resilience demonstrated through perseverant initiative rather than passively waiting for failure's permitting permission? A man dives headlong into an undertaking weighted with uncertainty, finding solutions where others have sputtered in analysis paralysis. He falls often, but also thereby walks where ancients prohibit travel. Thus lead. The hour awaits bold hearts, my friend. Beyond security's perimeter, your destiny awaits discovery. Who will you become? Convention's cautiously contented or courage's history maker who lived greatly, failed greatly, and thereby achieved greatly for posterity? Choose now and commence your odyssey without delay. Practice virtue. The core work of manhood centers profoundly upon anchoring conduct firmly to virtue's cardinal pillars: justice, temperance, courage, and wisdom. By consciously practicing such moral excellence individually and collectively, we construct the ethical foundations that uphold civilization across centuries. Shall we contemplate together what living by principle entails? Justice proclaims the intrinsic value and rights inherent in each man. Apply this principle in daily dealings. Are subordinates treated respectfully as fellow humans or only as means to ends? Do your negotiations and contracts engender mutual benefit? Such questions distinguish a noble leader. Further, temperance restrains power's reach through wisdom, governing appetite and aggression judiciously. Leaders worthy of authority demonstrate rational self-control, aligning actions with moderation and dignity rather than pride or base craving. Discipline makes greatness sustainable. Are frenzied passions making you unreliable? Reground through principle. Additionally, courage steels nerves when confronting adversity, uncertainty, and hard sacrifices for purposes beyond selfish advancement. Yet boldness left unchecked by caution degenerates into reckless folly. Integrate courage with careful preparation to achieve enduring rewards from risk well measured. What leaps of faith now summon your potential? Finally, man must analyze complex realities through multidimensional frameworks before determining wise resolutions. Short-sightedness compounds complications across generations. Therefore, dedicate yourself to sharp, patient thought steering around hazards obscured by the foolish. Become a philosopher before pretending to be a king. Embrace adversity. Seeking shortcuts around adversity impedes the essential transformation from boyhood dependency into manhood's tested mettle and wisdom. Let us consider together how to embrace hardship courageously as fuel for empowering personal growth rather than avoiding difficulties or merely enduring them resentfully. On the far side of such inner work, breakthroughs await. Imagine yourself an apprentice blacksmith. Would you request the master weaken flames that temper vulnerability into strength? Do you require steel already proven for critical tools, or would half efforts guessing adequacy suffice while you turn attention to leisure? No. Forge character under heat sufficient to distinguish malleable ore from true silver. Demand this of your trials. The boy was still softened by childhood views of struggle itself, through fearful lenses as a damaging violation of entitlement to unbroken comfort. Thus, he absorbs little but trauma from failures is avoided until overwhelming, only to repeat retreating patterns. How to reset perspective. Glory lies not on ease's passive paths, but through overcoming, thereby awakening power and responsibility. On fateful mornings after loss or embarrassment, rather than hide in shame, defiantly confront the exposing mirror. Interrogate your avoidance, assumptions, and convenient blindness to realities demanding more. Allow healthy anger to rise to burn facades concealing potential beneath dependency or resignation falsely labeling inability. Then purposefully claim authority to constructively rewrite limiting stories. Thereby we become self-made men. My brother, resolve today to align with destiny through desire outpacing fear, driving relentless self-revolution. What we most require waits on the horizon after trekking beyond our current strength. Set sail for those shores by first loving life more than safety. Thrust hands into hot coals and pull out swords forged in willingness to thrive, not just survive. The future beckons you thus. Lead by example. The culminating responsibility conferring manhood's honor is leadership by personal example. Aligning outward power with inward purpose through integrity and compassion, self-evident in conduct that awakens conscience across communities ripe for influence. We now discuss marshaling personal authority toward others' awakenings. The dignified man speaks through nuanced deeds first and loud words after. He clothes himself in wisdom and virtue, visible for imitation by those needing models for growth beyond stagnant selfishness. Ask yourself, who observes me closely needing trajectories for their untamed potential to follow? Your demonstrated priorities mandate their assumptions. Lead through principled living and temperance of agenda with care. Pursue goals while respectfully uplifting people from treatment as mere means. Award authority to competent subordinates adhering to your rounded vision. Credit others' contributions fairly. Such moderation mixed with boldness magnetizes admiration. Additionally, wield wealth and achievements gracefully without arrogance. Cultivate modesty, allowing approachability. Personify gratitude by empowering those who empowered you. Open doors for excluded voices to balance prejudice. Confront harsh truths gently. Thereby you rally society's better angels to mirror an awakened conscience. Our short hour of gathering shadows invites a large legacy through small daily choices to stand accountable as guideposts, embodying the change we wish to see spread. Who will you become for seekers starving for authenticity's nourishment? Now is the time to boldly invest. Love greatly, speak gently, and demonstrate the glory latent within. Lead forth, changemaker. In conclusion, the journey from boyhood to manhood, as illuminated by Stoic philosophy, encompasses the pursuit of virtue, wisdom, and self-mastery. Through the lens of Stoicism, we recognize that true maturity is not solely defined by age, but by the embodiment of virtues and the relentless pursuit of self-improvement.